afternoon. It is...
It's a little warm.
September 4th. Yeah, it's 102 degrees. It's supposed to be today.
What?
Yep, today and tomorrow's 101. Welcome, afternoon. It is...
And we have playback. It's a little warm.
September 4th. Yeah, it's 102 degrees. It's supposed to be today.
What?
Yep, today and tomorrow's 101. Sorry about that, guys.
No, he's not. He does it on purpose all the time.
Welcome, everyone.
Oh, there goes my phone, too. Hey, sorry.
Yes. Welcome, everyone. We're trying to get adjusted here. It is going to be cruise day with D&G Explorers. If you forget who we are.
It's hot. I'm sorry.
I'm Derick. You are?
Known as another name.
Well, and you are?
I'm Gregory.
And if you don't remember that, I'm little Explorer. I can't say it.
I'm Big Explorer.
And we are so happy you guys could join us. So, Greg, if you can do a little bit of a greeting for the people that have joined us, because it looks like quite a few have jumped on already.
It's really hot in here. Sorry. We have Blaine 2007, Nathan's Boat Reviews and More. Excuse me, Nurse Nancy. Let's see. Shawana's Creative Circle. Rachel Susag, Dave A, Mike Wheeler, Pam's Fam, RobFuz, and sorry, I'm trying to go through the list here. Let me see. More Sunshine, Please, Jim, Keystone 76 ARJ, Karen Wellman, Bob and Ashley, Steve's World. So welcome, everybody.
You're welcome. Did you say Captain Akron 27?
I didn't see them on there. I'm sorry.
Are
they there?
Yep. David A is here. So David, I believe that is the David that is going with us.
I said that.
On the NCL Escape.
And also Captain Akron PTV2.
Hey, Ben.
Welcome.
Pam's Fam.
Sorry, there was a really strong fragrance in here for some reason, and I was coughing like crazy before we even came on. So
I think
I'm a little hoarse right now. I think it is the shirts. I think it's the soap or detergent that was used. I lost my place. I think we said Midlife Crazy. That's where I was at. So welcome everybody to the show as more people start coming in. And we're very happy that hopefully everybody in Florida is okay with the hurricane. From what last I saw, it didn't hit land. It just kind of grazed
like some tropical winds. I don't even know if they were considered tropical.
Grazed
winds.
The coast of it.
Yeah.
I know Bob said that they had a little bit of rain and some wind, nothing too crazy in their area, which is good. Not everybody was so lucky, especially the Bahamas. So, sorry. We are keeping everybody in our thoughts and our prayers. And I mean, I've seen some videos on Facebook that are just horrible. I mean, your heart goes out to them. And I know Disney has put out, I think over $1 million in money towards relief and rescue. So that's awesome.
Several cruise lines have done that. Royal Caribbean donated $1 million. And I read that Carnival Cruise Line has donated $2 million. So
wow, that's just awesome.
Yeah, so it's, I'm sure the other cruise lines are going to also join in on that. Yeah, poor the Abaco Islands, which back in 1993, when I went on my very first cruise, which was on Premier Cruise Line, one of the islands we went to was Abaco Island, and did a dolphin experience there. It was a quaint little island, and to see some of the devastation that had happened there, it's really terrible with what they have to go through. Real quick, I see Mike Wheeler is in here. If you guys haven't already, check out Zippity Doodad's video where the Dis and That crew were able to meet up with him. He traveled 6 hours to meet them in Orlando.
Wow.
It's a really emotional story. I was in tears just watching it. So if you guys haven't already, check it out. Saying that, we do have a couple of channels which are going to go live tonight at 9 o'clock. So for the Disney fans and the ones that are interested in Four Great Guys, which is a Dis and That crew, they are going to be coming on at 9 o'clock tonight. Let's see if I can, let's see if I can share the screen on it as I am
Excuse me.
talking about this.
While you're looking, I'm going to say more viewers that have come in. Sherry C. Cruz, Adams Land, Mike Wheeler, Gallantly Streaming, MLB Destinations, Kay Atwood, I don't think I mentioned. I'm trying to go. Disney Nerd Herders, Cat Rose, Adams Land, and I think I'm caught up now. So welcome everybody to our show.
So this is the show tonight, guys. It's going to go through Zippity Doodad, and this is this and that. This is also the video. It says the Epic Mike
I think
Mailer.
that soap's really getting to
I don't know,
us.
the meetup. It's on through his page on that. And then also at 9 o'clock for the cruising side is the Claykowskis. They are they do the ship show. Because I don't know why I'm starting to cough now too.
I'll drink whatever you're
I will
drinking.
in a
What are you
second.
drinking?
It's just Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
So they have a hilarious show. Also, a lot of interactive. Those guys are crazy. So York and John, but the Claykowskis, and it is called the Ship Show. So they're on at 9 o'clock today. So definitely, if you guys, there's a lot of people that go on. So many good channels that go live now, and these both, unfortunately, they're on at the same time. But if you guys check both of those channels out, I think you would definitely enjoy those. Oops, I don't know if I.
Hey, Sharon at C, welcome. She just came on, or they just came on. They're both here.
I didn't switch the channel. Sorry. This is the Claykowskis one. Boy, I feel like a rookie doing this. Rookie.
Excuse me.
So I gave them a shout out, but I didn't show their channel
I
name.
thought you did show it.
On our screen, it showed it, but it didn't show it
Sorry.
on the other one. So this is the Claykowskis with the Ship Show. So York and John.
Oh, yeah, because it's smaller now.
Yeah. So definitely check those out tonight, as well as we're giving some shout outs. Definitely, you guys, we are a part of, it's called the liveplace.com, which is for family-friendly channels. This is more for the Disney channels, but it's Dean at the liveplace.com. A lot of us are part of that, where you can check out to see what other live channels are going at different times. Dean also has DreamersEmpire on for his YouTube channel, so definitely check them out. And
Kelly Haston, welcome.
Welcome. She's going on the Bliss in like a few days. The NCL
wow.
Bliss, yeah. It was great to see RobFuz and Adams Land. Haven't seen them in a while. So Rob has been on a cruise. He was on Norwegian Pearl.
With John Bon Jovi again.
Yeah. So this is the second time they've done a cruise, and this one was out of Spain. So we're hoping within the next few weeks to do some kind of project where he can talk about it, because I always find it interesting when they have specific cruises for like to meet Bon Jovi, how those work. So, and he was actually helping him out because he works for John Bon Jovi. So definitely have him on so he can talk about it, and we'll go a little bit more into that. But Greg, other news that you want to dive into? It's probably going to turn on while I hit this.
I'm just looking at everybody's comments. Sharon at C loves the shirts. Love the shirt, boys.
We saw these shirts because of a video that Jamie was wearing from Sharon at Seas when he was on the Symphony of the Seas. And so I went hunting for one. There was a different style. It was a gray one, but they didn't have that one. So sorry, Jamie, we copied you on this one.
Blaine 2007 said Alana Zangano will be going live at some point tonight, live from the Mariner of the Seas. And she had some exciting news to tell everybody on Facebook.
Alana is expecting a little one that she told me she likes me so much. She liked Little Explorer so much. She was going to name it Derick. So breaking news.
That's not true. That's not true. Don't listen to the word he just said with that. At least the name part, anyway.
Did you welcome Gallantly Streaming, as well as we got Gail Parrish? Also, Gail, I believe, is going on the Escape with us. And then there was another one that I saw. Sherry Awesome Sunset Travels. Did you say hi to her?
I did not. I didn't see them until
they joined us.
So
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. So, Greg, a little bit about what we're going to talk about today is some news, because I know Greg has some news that he wants to share, and he is the news guy on the show. He's a news correspondent.
Oh, yes.
Breaking news,
yes.
which could be old, but it's still breaking.
Oh, wow.
But we are going to be discussing, we are now 18 days from our NCL Escape Cruise. So we are going to have another show that we're going to have more about what we're doing on that. I mean, we've discussed it a little bit already, but this show, we're kind of, with us being just under 3 weeks away, we're going to say where we at with our preparations, what we've already done, what we still need to do, because some people think, well, what do you still need to do to get ready for a cruise when you're about 3 weeks away? So we thought it would be kind of fun to discuss what's going on with that today. So, but Greg, take it away, and groundbreaking news.
Oh, yes. No pressure there. No, it was just some things on Facebook that I happened to see regarding Coco Cay Private Island. They're delaying the reopening of it because of the hurricane. I believe they said it was supposed to be open today, but they needed to look at it to make sure that everything was okay, that it was safe. There were some pictures on Facebook that during the storm that they had via satellite, because of course nobody was there, hopefully, to see that in person. But there wasn't really any damage. Everything was still standing, so that's good.
Yeah, they showed the picture of it. You're talking about Coco Cay?
Mm-hmm.
They're showing pictures of it, and they were mentioning that there wasn't even like branches that were blown over it. And the big old balloon, because they have a big balloon that they can lift you up in, they said they deleted it and they covered up, put things on top of it.
Yeah, so they weighed it down so it wouldn't blow away. Yeah. I forgot that they had that balloon.
Yeah.
And then it looks like Castaway Cay is already open. There have been ships that have docked there already. I think it was the Dream that they were talking about on this.
Did it go in today? Or yesterday?
This was this was from today.
Oh, wow.
This person just pulled into Castaway Cay. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but both pictures are different angles. There's a glare, but the top doesn't have really anything. There's no umbrellas or anything, and then the bottom one still really no color, because usually when the umbrellas are out, it's very colorful. I'm sure they've taken everything out for the hurricane, so it is open. I don't know what activities they're going to have available right now. I'm sure they're trying to get everything back into the swing of things. So that's really all the news that I had anyway.
Well, one of the interesting things is because my first thought was when they said it was Hurricane Dorian was heading over North Bahama Islands. And I was thinking, okay, where is Castaway Cay located? And then, so I was looking for it on the map, Google Maps. I also saw a little bit south of it. It's where Abaco Island is. It's a little bit, it kind of looks like you have, well, I can't blow it up, but Fremont and Abaco Islands had the direct hit from it. A little bit below that, it was kind of directed. It looks like a mermaid's tail where Abaco Islands is. To the little bit of the left of the mermaid's tail, which Dorian would have crossed over the mermaid's tail, and then it would have hit Castaway Cay. It's in that little area there, and then a little bit southwest of that is where Coco Cay is, and Great Stirrup Cay, which I thought was a NCL private island also. I don't know if they use it as much as they can, because I didn't really hear a whole lot of conversations about it. Well, it was in a direct path of the Hurricane 5. Well, there was huge flack. One of them was a family member of one of the people that stayed on Castaway Cay, that saying that Disney abandoned the 97 cast members on Castaway Cay.
Well, they didn't exactly abandon them.
That was the initial.
We found out they left out that little piece of information where all those people agreed or volunteered to stay there. So
you know how news can
twist things around.
Twisted around. So originally it came out that they were going to be in a shelter. There was a big enough space a shelter on the island
And
that
it's to
can house everyone.
withstand a Category 4. This
they
was
said.
already a Category 5, so go
And-
figure with that.
And it was going to have electricity, food, and water, so they would have been safe to wait it out. And then they said something about, I don't know if this was a Disney response. That's what I thought the initial one was saying, that something about getting them off with a boat, that it was going to be unsafe to get them off with the boat, so they decided to leave them there, which kind of surprised, because when we went on there, they sent the Dream or the Fantasy to pick the castaway members up, and they went off into the Caribbean, unless they thought it was going to be a more direct
Maybe
hit.
it was too bad, brackish at that time.
Not sure. But then it came out that Disney was saying that they could withstand a Category 5 hurricane. And then it also was mentioned from somewhere else that they volunteered to stay instead of going away. Now, my only question is, for the most part, they're Bahamians. So they're probably going to go off to somewhere like in an island area that might not be as safe as if they just stayed in the shelter on it. So not sure the whole reason why, what the true story is on it, but I thought it was interesting that Disney got jumped on that because they said that they had abandoned some of the associates there.
I think if they're going to take them off the island, they have to go somewhere safer than where they came from. But if they didn't have any place safer at the time, then maybe the safest place would be on the island. I don't know, but hopefully everybody was okay. And it's still going up more of the coast, so hopefully there's not a lot of damage, which it has left behind already. I just also want to mention the Shep family just came on.
When we do our cruise chat check?
Well, we've been doing a chat check, but go ahead and do your official chat check.
Chat check brought to you by More Sunshine, Please. More Sunshine, Please. When the day is down in blue, join the Sunshine Nation.
Okay, that was good.
A little bit better.
Hopefully that's Jim approved.
Yeah, there you go.
Shep family, hey guys, was so nice meeting you guys the other weekend. It was very nice meeting you as well.
Yep. We met Shep at D23. He was right next to me for I don't know how long, because we were staring at Bob Gurr, who was a Disney Imagineer. And then I looked to my right and I saw Corey Meets World. And then I said, wait.
Doing a wardrobe change in front of everybody.
Yeah. And then I remembered that Ryan or Shep was with Corey, and Shep was right next to me. He was like this close to me. I went, hey, Shep. But
oh boy.
Yeah, go ahead. Chat.
Well, I can't switch right now because I'm reading these nice messages. So we have, where did I leave off? Mickey's Magic came on here.
Hey, Meg.
I saw Jay McMahon came on here.
Jay made these cups, guys. So if you want your own, not D&G Explorers cup necessary, but if you want a awesome channel cup or any kind of cup, in the description of this video at the end of it, you will see where we got it. It's awesome.
Yes, they're very nice. We have Disney World Adventures.
Hey, Chris.
And Pepper Tree Villa is here. We also have PTV2. Which has been, I think I caught up with everybody. Oh, Ruth Voorhees just came on, so welcome.
Hey, Ruth. Did you say hi to
if I missed
Cat
anybody,
Rose?
I apologize. I thought I said Cat Rose, but welcome, Cat Rose, if I didn't say your name.
So real quick, we're going to go into a football segment because this is week 1 coming up of the football season. And, Greg, you get the nappy hat today.
I'm not wearing a hat. It looks like a shower cap.
Why does it look crooked? I can't get that. I don't know what's going on here. But it's opening weekend. And so, the Bills right now are undefeated. What are you doing? Trying to get me centered?
There.
All right. So, good luck, Buffalo Bills.
Pretty dusty, too.
We are crossing our fingers, everything fall into place, that we are going to be on the February 1st Disney Fantasy Cruise, which will be over the Super Bowl. And we are going to get to see the Buffalo Bills win their first Super Bowl. So mark that down, September 4th. Little Explorer mentioned that. But one of the things I wanted to mention is for the first time ever, I'm going to participate in fantasy football. Now, I'm such a diehard Buffalo Bills fan. I find it hard to root for anyone else. I can't cheer for anyone. But
What are you trying to
I
say?
thought this would be fun. So I'm going to test my years of experience with football to do a league that's from other cruising channels. So we are.
I have to tell you what Blaine just said. Don't get too excited about the Bills. They're about as bad as the Chargers, laugh out loud.
Oh, those are fighting words for Jamie from Sharon at Sea.
All good fun on our show.
So Jamie at Sharon at Sea, he created the league on fantasy football on ESPN, and it's called the SAS League, which is Sharon at Sea League. So I am going to share with you the teams that are involved in it. And obviously we are.
Are you doing this right, or are you a rookie again?
No, I don't
think they can see this.
Why?
Now they can see it because it's smaller now.
Yeah. So let me go into here. Okay, so these are the teams that are involved. As you can see, they already put us in third place in the West, but we have Katie Dogs. So Katie Dogs is Robert from Life with Favor. Dallas Zanganos is the Rafael from Alana Zangano. Now, this is an interesting name. It's the Mississippi Cruiseaholics.
What did you just say?
That's what it says. Mississippi Cruiseaholics.
Oh, wow.
And that is from Show's Special Features. That's Roy's show. And then you have Zero Clucks Given. That is John Klaykowski from the Klaykowskis. And then you have Sharon at Sea, which is Jamie. So in the West, you have Pittsburgh Hijinks, and that is by Hubner Hijinks on the High Seas. You also have Cruisin' Brewskis, and that is Dave and Brandy's Excursions.
Welcome, Wanda Byram. I think I did miss you earlier, so I apologize.
You have us, the Dilly Explorers. So our motto is, we might not win a game, but everyone gets a free drink. And then you have Doodles, I almost said McShitties. Doodles McShip Show is York Ragsdale, and he's the second part of the Klaykowskis and the Ship Show, which you'll see tonight.
Jim said he's going to put you in a timeout for 300 seconds. Better make it 600 seconds because you just said it twice now.
And then we have Griff and Alyssa Killer Mermaids, and that is Griff from Griff and Alyssa. So that is going to be fun. We're starting that. I've never had a chance to experience something like this, guys. So we are excited to participate in this, and we'll kind of keep it short because I know a lot of people aren't interested in the football. But thank you, Jamie, for including us in this first week of football. Let's go Buffalo. Now, the Bills are going to be playing. It's interesting. For the next 2 weeks, they're going to be playing in New Jersey. Now, the Bills are in Buffalo. New Jersey we're home to the Jets and the Giants. The Bills' first 2 games are against the Jets, and then they're away against the Giants. So that's kind of odd that they're going to be playing away in the same stadium 2 weeks in a row. And I figured the reason why we wore the home jerseys is, for some reason the last few years, there's been a recent trend that whenever it's hot outside, the away team wears the home jerseys because with it being darker, it makes it hotter for them. And by the fourth quarter, they collapse, and it's a advantage for the home team. So that's the mentality behind it. To me, if you're wearing home jerseys, you're playing home. But I'm pretty sure opening week you'll see the Bills in their white jerseys. But so that's a little bit about what's going on. And Greg, any other questions or anything? Cat Rose says, I know nothing about the game.
Not really any questions.
All right.
Just comments. DreamersEmpire just came on.
Hey, Dean.
So welcome.
Welcome. We just gave a shout out a little bit about the lifeplace.com.
I do want to also give a shout out to Bob and Ashley because they also have a giveaway going on. For those that don't know, if you go to their channel, they have about a 6 or 10 minute video, I think, where they talk about kind of like the rules or what the requirements are. But it's a really cool giveaway gift. It's a Haunted Mansion inspired gift. And I won't say too much because I want you guys to go over there and look at it, please. but they did meet 1 million views.
They've had a million
Yeah,
views.
1 million views, and then so that's quite a milestone. That's awesome. So congratulations to Bob and Ashley. And if you want to go into their drawing, check out their channel, please. Why are you showing that when I'm talking about Bob and Ashley?
Cat Rose was saying a bull's head, but this is a buffalo.
It does look like a bull, but it is a buffalo.
We got Walter Grams. Welcome, Walter Grams. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, guys. You're very welcome.
Yes. As I'm getting coughed on it. Welcome, Dougie. Thank you for joining us. We're going to get ready for our Spotlight channel of the week. So I'm going to get prepared for that. So before we go into another subject, but again, we are only 18 days from our Norwegian Escape Cruise. So
yeah, it's kind of, well, for me, I'm kind of nervous and excited.
It's getting real.
It is getting real. I just have different reasons for being nervous, but it's exciting as well. And then we also learned that we're probably going to be eating lobster in the morning because we did what?
They want to say read the email that we got, or do you have it handy for you?
I have it.
So yesterday, Greg asked me. He goes, "Hey, Derick, did you get the latest the latest email about shore excursions?"
Yeah.
So we are booking 4 shore excursions on this cruise, and I can find it.
I have it right here.
So this is what
They just kept going up because more emails came in.
This is what we found out. Welcome, Cargo. Welcome, Karen Carter. Troy Terglone, welcome.
So it says, greetings at Norwegian Cruise Line. Our goal is to provide you with the best vacation experience possible. We are writing to advise you that due to operational needs, the departure time for the below tour has been changed to 8:45 a.m. from original departure time of 10:45 a.m. And so basically, it says the tour content and duration will not change and no action needed if accepted. Tours have been updated with the above time. So it's a lobster bake. It's through Acadia National Park and lobster bake. So basically by the time we have our lobster, it will still be in the morning. So we get to have lobster for breakfast. How cool is that?
Yeah, I looked at when we found out they switched it to 8:45. Now, if we didn't want to go, we could contact them and say we didn't want to do it. If we wanted to go, we didn't have to do anything.
Oh no, we're going.
But I was thinking, okay, 8:45. Well, the tour's 3.5 hours, and then I looked where it's being served at, and I'm pretty sure I can't think of the name now of it, but they on the listing of Norwegians, what different stuff was going to happen. They named a restaurant, and that's only 17 miles from where the pier is. So I figured, okay, if that's only 20 minutes away, we'll probably be eating around 12:15. We would be back on the dock. I figured between
not now though
11 to 11:30, we'll probably be eating the lobster bake because it's Acadia National Park first, and then we're going to go to have a lobster bake, which we want really to try a northeastern lobster bake.
I'm excited I love lobster, so
I think the
lobster's have no problem with lobster for breakfast.
I think lobster will be really moist, so that'll be really
cool. You just want to use that word.
So I was a little bit worried. Then I looked at the times and I figured, you know what? I think we're safe because 11 o'clock, I could eat lobster at 11 o'clock. 9:30 in the morning, I don't think I could handle that. You know what that means, Greg?
I can handle it, but this means it is our Spotlight channel. And where is your Spotlight?
It's going to come on again because I hit snooze by mistake.
Oh boy.
So it is time for our Spotlight channel, which is Spotlight channel. As I can't get my head.
Wow. I'm just waiting for you to go whoops, and it like smacks you in the head.
Spotlight channel is our number 20. We've now had 20 Spotlight channels over time. So our number
that's really glaring in the camera there.
Our number 20 Spotlight channel is, I'm going to share the screen because I have it in here, and we will talk about them as it comes up. Dancer Quest. Dancer Quest is Deb and Brian Dancer. Now they are mainly a Norwegian cruise channel.
Can you see this?
I believe so. Yes,
yeah,
they can.
No, they can. Yeah.
They are mainly a Norwegian cruise channel. We were fortunate fortunate enough to meet them. In fact, we danced with Debbie.
If you want to call it that.
No. I think you just kind of wobbled.
What? I don't wobble, everybody.
And
I get my groove on, okay?
Dance like no one's watching. But we sailed with them on the Norwegian Bliss. And it was great to meet them. They are such awesome people. It's kind of funny. I think they had the impression that Greg and I were party people because
I don't know where they got that from.
Dilly, but we're really not. We're really pretty low key. But they are part of what they call the Six Pack, which is with Life with Favor, and then Carl and Donna Slowinski. I think I got their name right for some reason. I don't know if I got the Carl and Donna's last name right, but
Bob asked, "Do I weeble?" I don't wobble, but I weeble is what it's. I don't know what weeble looks like, but
so you guys check out Deb and Brian Dancer, and she's like the sweetest person, and I love the way she films her videos. So definitely check out their channel. But they are our spotlight channel, number 20.
Very nice people when we met them on the cruise.
Yes.
Pepper Triola said low key with a question mark. He's probably thinking, who are you trying to kid?
Yeah, it is Lewinsky. I'll give you guys a warning.
Meaning we don't drink as much as people think we do. We're not like party animals or anything.
If we drink, we have
we'd like to have fun, basically.
We'll have like one drink.
Except for on the Bliss when we have the all you can drink.
That was a little bit different.
That was a little bit different. And I never want to do that again. Not like that anyway. Although I do love my mojitos, so.
Jim from More Sunshine Place said, did you feel obligated to dance with folks with the channel called Dance Request? You know, it was kind of funny.
We just had fun.
We just met them. We didn't even say really anything to them. We just started dancing.
That's a little weird. No, we didn't do that. Well, maybe he did, but I didn't do that.
Yeah, that was a good time. So just to give you guys a warning.
And she slapped you on the face and said, fresh!
No. Stranger danger. I worked last night because I work retail. I worked at 1:30 in the morning. I got off at 10 a.m. this morning. I only had like 3 hours sleep last night. Although I did I don't know what I was doing when I got here, but somehow I have no memory of it. I fell asleep. I only woke up because it was so hot in the house that it woke me up. But no idea when I went to sleep. I was out of it. But so my mind is a little bit foggy right now.
But don't feel sorry for him that he only had 3 hours of sleep, because I told him that he should have went to sleep way before, and he chose to stay awake. So don't feel sorry for him.
Because it was too hot last night, so I couldn't sleep. But Gail said painkiller drink on NCL is awesome. I've heard about that drink. I've heard about the name, and I remember I looked it up. I don't remember what it is currently.
Sounds like it makes you feel numb or something.
Yeah.
It's a painkiller drink.
Yeah. But you know what?
We did have, what was it called? The Miami Vice. Everybody has Miami Vices on a cruise ship for some reason, and we had a Miami Vice.
For some reason, I think Carnival has a true Miami Vice.
Well, how can you go wrong with a Miami Vice? What's a true Miami Vice?
Well, the true Miami Vice, I believe, is where they kind of split it halfway down.
Hey, Mike Woodbury.
Hey, Mike. Half of it is a strawberry daiquiri, and the right of it is a pina colada.
What's the blue part?
See, that's what's not on a normal.
But I like the blue part. That's probably the best part. That was on our
NCL one.
The blue and the red is the best part, I think. So I don't like pina colada that much.
Curacao, I think is how you pronounce it. I always call it Caraco, but I think it's Curacao.
I think it's Caraco. I call it
Caraco. It's Curacao.
We'll call it Caraco.
But they have that mixed in on the Bliss. So I think it depends on the waiter, but I also think it depends on the cruise line. But the pictures they show from what Carnival does, it looks really cool. Ours kind of was blended, like mixed.
Mine looked nice. I wish we had a picture so we could prove all these facts to you guys.
No. We still have a couple of videos to do. One of them is our top 10 drinks on cruise. So not that we've drank a lot, but we've had a few.
We're just going through the list of what we had in the past.
Yes. But
we don't drink a lot.
No. And you know what? I don't think I can. Well, okay.
What are you trying to do?
Let's see. I want to test this, guys. Well, no, I don't want to do that because. Okay, I'm not going to touch anything.
Wanda Byram said, "I wish we had a picture that we don't drink." Laugh out loud.
I was going to take the camera off because I was going to do a change, but I can't figure out how to do it. My mind's not working enough to want to try to
these
trigger.
are getting a little warm. So.
Yes, but okay. So we are, like I said, 18 days away. What do we still need to do for the cruise?
These smell like strong soap too.
I don't know, better than smelling like body odor.
Well,
it smells like victory to me. Let's go Buffalo.
Yeah. But we were choking on the smell before. It was overpowering.
We, Mike, you guys, is our, if you've watched our Disney.
It's 18 days, Mike. 18 days.
If you watched our Disney Magic videos from last year, he is one of the guys that. He was a reason why we went. It was. He turned a big 5-0.
Well, I was going to say it was his birthday, but you just blurted out his age. Way to go.
Yeah. So what we still need to do is.
Oh yeah, Cat Rose, we need to pack. We already started a little bit.
We have. In fact, we'll start with there because I'm probably going to be all over the place, guys, with this since I didn't write anything down.
And we have the infamous board right in front of us. Everybody's seen already, so we really don't need to put it back
but
in
we're
the
just kind of
again.
using it to help maybe guide us in terms of conversation. But so everything's spread out on the kitchen table in terms of what supplies that we need. So like Blistex, and then I have my list.
Blistex? That's things that we need.
That's what I need.
Pack things what you need. Blistex. That's number one on the list.
I will have I travel with about 8 Blistex because
he'll lose like half of them.
Yeah.
By the time we get to the cruise.
So from all of our traveling, don't really need a whole lot, but Dramamine. I ran out of Dramamine, although I do have Bonine. I prefer Dramamine because I know it works. I do have the C-bands that I have to make sure that I have saved. Toothbrush, toothpaste, Blistex, and then the Clorox hand wipes. Other than that, we have everything that we need for the cruise. So from that aspect,
no dude wipes, Bob. No dude wipes. You know, I never even heard of dude wipes until Bob and Ashley mentioned it. I was just like, they really actually came out with dude wipes. It's when you don't want to take a shower or you don't have time, like you're coming off of a plane and you want to get to the fun Disney parks or something. You just use a dude wipe. We won't say where you wipe, but it's a dude wipe.
Interesting. Raphael Zingano has joined us from the Mariner of the Sea.
Awesome.
Raphael,
welcome.
Congratulations.
And congratulations
on your big news.
to you and Alana.
And, we spoiled the surprise for you. I'm sorry, but we did announce.
It's all over Facebook. How's that spoiling it?
No, the surprise that you're going to name the youngest child Derick. So.
Oh, yeah. The youngest child. It's their only child.
Little Zingano is going to be named after Little Explorer.
No, I don't think so. Gregory just rolls off the tongue way better, I think.
No, you can't say it when you're a little kid.
Gregory.
Oh, yes.
There. And then Derick. No,
my name actually is a little bit harder to say.
Oh, my God. Bob said dude Arius. Women can use them too, but we're just going to leave this alone. Bob, stop
moving along. So some of the other things that we still want to purchase, we're looking at, we're going to take Uber Lyft from the airport we're staying at the Shoreline Hotel. We're going to take the Lyft from LaGuardia to the Shoreline? Skyline is the name of it. And it's pretty much like 10-minute walking distance to the pier. So we're not far, but Cruising with Wheels scolded us when we said we were going to possibly walk. And they said, don't do it because you have to walk across a 6-lane highway in order to do it. I mean, it has a stoplight. It's not as if you're playing Frogger going across.
6-lane highway?
Yeah. 3 on one side, 3 on the other.
But why would you have to walk across? I've never heard of anyone walking across a highway.
It's not a freeway, it's a highway. There's a difference. A highway will have controlled stuff in there.
Oh, okay.
But so we'll probably take Uber or Lyft again from the hotel.
Thank you, Raphael. Have fun. Enjoy your food.
Take care, Raphael. Say hi to Alana for us. And then on the way home, we're probably going to take the NCL shuttle bus straight to the port.
Oh, that's a good one. You forgot. Cat Rose said bug spray.
I was thinking about that, but I don't know. Well, those who are familiar up with Maine in late September, as well as Canada, will they need bug spray because
You can never go bad with a
it's
little
pretty
bottle of bug
cool.
spray.
I mean, we have bug spray, but I didn't think that we would actually need it. So if you guys think we do, let us know.
We always bring everything anyway.
Yeah, we only use like a quarter of it, but
Band-Aids, first aid, ointment.
All. Yeah.
Ben hates that word ointment. He does. He said he doesn't like ointment.
So we're trying to figure that out because it's.
Nurse Nancy said, yes, take bug spray in capitals.
Okay, good.
She's very adamant about the bug spray.
And that's also Sherry said the same thing. Okay, that's good.
Canada has the worst mosquitoes. Yeah, we're going to be taking bug spray. Rain gear.
Yeah, we have ponchos, so we'll probably be fine with that.
We're going to walk around with our Disney ponchos.
We have the clear ones that don't have anything on it. And if anything, we can, I'm sure NCL will have some that we could buy.
Yes, Jim, moist ointment. It usually is moist. So, sorry, go ahead.
So with the shuttle, my mom is going with us, and she is, she's born in 41, so she's 78 years old. So,
doesn't really look it. She
no, but
either.
she does
like
have
a
bad knee, so it's harder for her to get around. So I don't really want to be lugging luggage around, and so we're probably just going to get it in the. One of the things we were going to do was there's a bus that you could get through NCL, and it does a kind of a tour, and then it stops at the different airports and takes you back. Now the downside of it is that you have to have a flight no later than 5 p.m. if it's a domestic flight. Our flight leaves 4 p.m. And so we weren't able to do it. And then I was reading up on it, and it sounds like it really doesn't stop anywhere. It sounds like it just drives by, and there might be one spot where they let you off the bus to look at it. And I didn't think it was really worth it to do that because we still want to see some of New York, which we're actually going to see at the beginning of the trip a little bit.
We won't see that much because we're not going to be up all night in New York City.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
The city never sleeps. Why should we? So we're probably just going to, just for the ease of my mom, just head back to the airport. And, that kind of works because the Bills are playing the Patriots that day.
Hey, Rachel. She's back.
Rachel
Susek.
Mini Explorer.
Cargo is here, too.
Yes.
We didn't mention cargo earlier.
So, yeah, that's probably what we're going to do, unfortunately, on that. So we still have to do that. We are going to get water. We're going to buy that through the cruise thing. It's like 6. I think we're going to get the 6 bigger bottles.
Probably have some water in the hotel too, because I don't know how
but
the water is in the city. I've never had it.
We can buy that like at a convenience store there. But I'm talking about on NCL, you pay for that.
Yeah, you get those too.
Yeah, and then another thing we're going to get is wine. Have opening wine in.
But we don't drink. But we're getting.
You got to celebrate with wine waiting in there. So Mom's already said she's looking forward to that. Dina Cruising Through Life, welcome. She says Derick is preparing to stay up all night. That's why he stayed up last night with this morning. Yes, unfortunately it was because of work.
No.
And then what other things? We haven't paid for our excursions yet. So as a learning, you guys, a little bit about the excursion that we were mentioning earlier, which was the lobster one. A few months ago, and I don't remember how early you can book it, but it was a while ago. It was at least 6 months. So I don't know what the exact window is. But when we're looking at excursions for Norwegian, because every cruise line does it a little bit differently, when we're looking at the excursions, the Acadia National Park / Lobster Bake was $99. And at the time, we booked 3 cruises on different cruise lines. So we didn't have the extra money to pay up front. So if you were to order it on the website through NCL and you book your excursions through there, you have to pay at that moment. And we didn't really have the extra money. I didn't want to put it down. So then it upped in price. Now it's $149. So it jumped up $50 per person. I didn't know when I called, because when I called, I made reservations for the some of the shows that we were able to do and some of the specialty restaurants that we're staying at. And I asked about the excursions. And if you book through them on the phone, you do not have to pay up front.
Hey, Juan Rodriguez, welcome.
Welcome, Juan. Orlando Parks Rover, welcome. It's Kevin. So if you guys are planning on going on an excursion, call NCL. I'm sure it's the same for any cruise they do. And that way you don't have to pay up front, unless you want to pay up front. That's up to you.
And if you go through the cruise and you're late, they have to wait for you too.
Yes, that's one of the benefits of booking through the cruise. But the difference, though, as I'm saying, is instead of booking it online, book it on the phone, talking to an NCL agent. And then when you go on it, they'll charge you at the, I'm assuming at the end of the cruise, they'll
But they'll
charge
still
you.
wait for you is my point.
No, they do. That's one of the protections. It is more expensive.
I don't want to be like those videos. I feel so bad for those people.
No, but like when you think about it too, Life Favor from Life with Favor and Sharon from Sharon at Seas, they say they book outside of it, but they make sure that the company they book for guarantees they will get back to the ship.
Yeah.
So then they have it in writing. So I'm a little bit nervous on that. We've never done so many excursions. We're doing 4, and that was one of the free at sea options. So yeah, it actually is, because they're 4 days in a row, which is kind of odd that you have 4 ports in a row, because we're going to Portland, Maine. We're doing Bahaba, I think is how they pronounce it. And then we have St. John Bay of Fundy, New Brunswick. And then the last one is Nova Scotia. So, and they're like boom, 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 boom. So we have like a sea day for a sea day, and then we come back on the ship. We come back on my birthday. Yay.
Awesome.
No, I wish it'd be opening it, but
I know. So Bob and Ashley want to know if we have room in the luggage for them.
Definitely.
That would be awesome.
Did I see DisLyfeOfOurs?
Oh, you do have room in the luggage for them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
DisLyfeOfOurs.
Well, you guys fly out, and we'll put you in the luggage, and then we'll sneak you in somehow, I guess. I don't know.
DisLyfeOfOurs, I think, are in. DisLyfe, we're watching the fall of, what's that movie that came out? They had Olympus Falling, and they had London Falling.
Oh, they're watching the Angel Has Fallen?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, awesome. I want to see that, too. I forgot that was out.
David A. said, I'm going to sort of roll the dice this cruise with shore excursions. I'm booking all of mine myself. That should it is David. David was with us on the Bliss, so we're looking forward to meeting up with him again. He's also traveling with I believe his mom and aunt are going with him, so that should be exciting too. And then what else do we need to book, Greg? I think that's it for the booking portion of it. We don't have a whole lot because we have our airfare. We still have to pay for the hotel when we get there, but that's in terms of the actual preparation. Now, the rest of the other things I've been kind of looking at is, what do you take when you go on a cruise? Now, I'm always the worst one to...
I take things and then I don't even use them.
Yeah.
I take things to do on the plane and I don't really use them because I get nervous or my mind starts to wander. Or they have cool videos that you can watch on the plane. So, but it's usually I'll bring like word search puzzles and things like that. Or books.
Dina, Cruising Through Life, said, is this our second NCL cruise? It is. And we are now booked with a third one for Greg's birthday on the NCL Encore in 2021. So that should be exciting. So one of the things I forgot to mention is they don't allow straws, plastic straws. They don't have them on the ships anymore. So I decided to try some reusable steel straws.
And it comes with a pipe cleaner.
Yeah,
so you can really get inside to clean all the whatever out.
Now, one of the complaints I've heard about this is that because it gets cold in a drink, that it's like cold on your lips. And I don't know if these have rubber.
What?
Because it's just like...
Of course it's cold on your lips.
No, but it's like those metal cups. They get cold, like with ice in it. This one I don't think has... No, it doesn't. So that might be the only thing. It'll be interesting. But we just got these at...
and of course we got to wash them.
At Marshall's. Yeah, for sure. But they're doing it just because...
They're really cheap price, too.
And they're only like $5.99.
But I don't even think they were that price. I think they were like on sale or something.
They were that price.
Okay.
So we thought we would try this with the metal one to see how that works for us.
Oh, thank you, Blaine. He says Greg finally turning 21, or is it 40? Laugh out loud. Wow. What was that?
Nothing.
No, I'm not turning 40. Thank you for thinking I'm 21.
One of the other things that we like to take is like books. Now, you guys are probably going to laugh, but
oh my God,
I always take this with me because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and then he'll be looking, what chapter was it in?
Yeah, but I mean, it's not going to be in the middle of emergency. You're not going to do it, but for any climate in any situation. So I take this with me everywhere.
If you guys have seen the show The Middle, that is totally a Sue Heck thing right there.
And then for the books that I'm doing, this is a book that I bought when I went to England, and I saw it in one of their shops at bookstores. And
I'll never read.
no, I haven't. Unfortunately, I haven't read much about it. In fact, I took this with me to on the Bliss cruise, and I think the only thing I've used it for is little magnets and holders for the exhibits that we went to on St. Thomas. So I don't think I'm. Yeah, that's all I've read so far. So
wow,
not a whole lot.
Jim said there are silicone straws available, would alleviate the coldness factor. Well, lucky for me, the coldness factor doesn't really bother me, especially when it's hot. I'd rather have a coldness factor.
But then the book that I'm really looking forward to reading is this. It's Walt's Pilgrimage. Now, I met this guy at the D23, and I didn't know he was an author.
What's the guy's name?
His name is Christopher W. Tremblay. And he signed it for me, but it's about
Who's
Walt.
this guy?
Yeah, it's a journey in the life of Walter Elias Disney, and it's called Walt's Pilgrimage. So I'm probably going to do that, and I always take this with me, which is Walt Disney's and this Promise of Progress City. So this is where Epcot, the theme park idea came from, because it was supposed to be an actual working city, not a theme park. But then unfortunately Walt Disney passed away, and the dreams of that changed. So those are probably going to be my go-to stuff. And then another thing that Santa gave me last year, we're going to take this, which is
a fun little game.
It's an old-fashioned.
It's actually Connect 4 made out of wood.
So this is basically it. You just pop it up, and you're ready to go. Now, I'm not bragging, but I've won every single match.
I don't think you have.
I have.
Whatever.
So hopefully one day I lose. But yeah, that should be fun. I can imagine us on the waterfront playing that on there. So that's my activities. And I asked Greg, what are you going to be taking with you? And he said he doesn't know.
I just said earlier that I take yes, I'm going to wing it like Bob. I take word search puzzles. And if you're talking about on the plane, then I hope they have movies and TVs that work, because I think we had one time where it didn't work. Like the phone, the little jack for the earbuds kept falling out.
Does domestic flights have?
Yeah, the bigger planes have to have it. That's a long flight. Dan says what Goofy said, you could buy those rubber things that you were looking for off Amazon for the straws.
Okay. Another thing because I just got.
Hey, Florida Fanatics.
Hey guys, don't ask me why I got this. This is a.
Why did you get it?
It's
you told me not to ask.
A waterproof case for the iPhone, so it can film underwater.
But we're not going in the water on this cruise.
We're going to Canada.
But
unless
not
I fall
on this cruise. Yes, we're not doing that. The next cruise. We'll use it.
For some reason, I decided I had to buy this for this next cruise. And then the other plans in terms of preparation is I'm in the middle of...
Now that's the Sue Heck binder.
Yeah, this is our travel stuff, and I'm going to have this all laid out. It's got my cruise documents. I have to print. I ran out of ink, so I was hoping to have this already done. So this book is going to be dedicated to, it'll have a picture of the NCL Escape, and it'll have all the information to help kind of guide us. So because the focus of this is, does the cruise, the itineraries and the short excursions that we are going on, is it going to match up to it? So I hope you guys join us on that to see what it is.
Yeah, and don't forget they also have digital books available. I prefer a regular book, really, but I just like the smell of the books and the pages, especially if it's an old book. I love the smell of old books.
Greg is kind of weird like that, because sometimes I'll walk in the room and he's like this.
Oh, yes. No, but if they could bottle the smell of an old book, I totally want it, because I don't know why. It smells really good.
The one thing that I'll do on the flight coming over, because we're flying out of Fresno and we have a layover in Denver, and then we're going to LaGuardia. Mom and I, last time we were, I don't know where we were, maybe it was driving home from Vegas. We're watching The Amazing Race, and she doesn't really like the what they call the what are those kind of channel shows called?
Reality
shows. But she got hooked into it. So we'll probably end up finishing that. So that should be exciting on it.
Well, okay. Bob said, seems like a better idea than 15 hardcover books. I won't be bringing 15. I'd be lucky to bring one. And it probably would be a paperback, although I love hardcover books. Most of the books that I collect, I make sure are in hardcover. I might bring that one about the Disney, how they clean Walt Disney World and the Magic Kingdom and everything, because it's supposed to be like different stories. They say most out of all the cast members there, they think that the janitorial area here's the most interesting stories and things like that. So that's kind of why I bought that book. It's just a different view of cast members, I guess. So it's a different look on the Magic Kingdom through the janitorial point of view.
Wanda, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Bless you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Where was
magazines? Sherry Austin Sunsets Trail. There's a little bug in here.
It's a mosquito. We got tons of them right now, but our mosquitoes are really tiny.
Yeah, and they bite the heck out of you too.
And then what kind of are you? I think that's it on our planning, right, Greg? I mean, we're pretty much with everything that we need. I know when we get on ship,
we'll always find something. Hey, DisLyfeOfOurs. I didn't know they were on.
Yeah.
We smell that book.
The things on board we still have to reserve. There is it's called the Big Escape, which is it's a room where it's in like a dining room, I think, but it's where you have to solve things to escape the room. And this is called like the Big Top. So I hope there's no clowns in there, because you know how I feel about clowns.
Okay, not everybody is making comments about how I like to smell old books. Juan Rodriguez said, I don't have any books. Let me download the old smelly book app on my phone. You all smell books, and you love the smell of the old books. At least some of you, I'm sure.
Cargo, I didn't see that. Which, what is it? I'm sorry. If you can put it again in the comments. Escape Room, Cat Rose was saying. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. And I hear so many good things about the Choir of Men. I don't think anyone I've seen watched it, walked away from it and said it was terrible. So I might want to try to rebook another showing for the Choir of Men. Brian Dancer, welcome. So you guys, Brian Dancer is part of Dancer Quest, which is our Spotlight channel of the week. So Brian, thank you so much for joining us.
Welcome.
And we at about halfway through the show, we honored you guys as the Spotlight channel. So thank you guys so much for showing. Gail Parrish, thank you. She said, there's no clowns. It's like an escape room. Did it on The Getaway. Okay, good. Because I'd be running away if there was clowns.
Jay McMahon said, I've heard a lot of really, really good things about Choir of Men. And one said, I don't go around smelling books. I don't go around smelling books. I have older books, and they happen to smell good. I'm just not going to outlive this, I guess.
Greg often has these funny little things. He likes the smell of the water at Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes. You even asked Bob and Ashley, they probably think it smells good too.
The cool thing about, I mean, not this makes the show, but maybe you need it to get through it. At the beginning of the Choir of Men, they give you beer, free. Isn't that awesome? Free beer. I'm
not a big beer drinker.
I know, but it's free. So you can't go wrong with a free drink by doing that. So it's going to be interesting. Originally, it was one that you had to pay for, because they have some shows like the Prohibition where you have to pay for it. And now it's included as one of their shows, because they had another one that they got rid of, I believe, and I can't remember what that one is. Cargo says, I love Part Water.
See, Dancing with Goofy gets it with the smell of a good book. Mary Ellen Dillon said, where are you going, on which ship?
So we are going on the Norwegian Escape. We are sailing out on September 22nd, and we are it's a 7-night cruise. So we're coming out. It's out of New York, and it goes. Right now, it's been going to the Bermuda. Is that how you pronounce it, or is it Bermuda? It's going up into Canada, hopefully for the changing of the seasons, and it's going to 2 ports in Maine: Portland, Maine; Bar Harbor, Maine, or Bahaba, Maine, and then 2 in Canada. So those are the ones. St. John's Bay of Fundy, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia is the ones that we're doing.
Cargo said she wants to read Digby Goes on a Cruise.
You know what, Cargo? I am hoping to. That's right, because I gave her one of my stories to read.
You should bring that to read it.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yes, Blaine. # smell good.
One thing just what we're looking at is the weather. I didn't bring thought about
it's
that because
cold.
for us because right now today's 102. Our lows get down to like maybe the mid 60s right now. We are going to be cooling down to upper 90s or lower 90s within the next week. But when I was looking at right now for Nova Scotia, it's in the mid 60s with the lows around 50. So that's a big difference from us. We normally stay up warm. We can hit 100 even later in September.
Well, we're used to the Bahama type cruises. We haven't done, this will be our first cruise going up that far, back east for a cruise. So it's going to be cold.
So I already have I already picked out and bought my nautical underwear.
You have your Parker and your muumuu also?
When I said my nautical
parka, not Parker, parka and your muumuu.
Not my nautical underwear, my nautical shirts, because I wanted to wear more anchor themed shirts, not anchor themed underwear. But I was planning on wearing shorts, so that quickly changed, and now I'm looking at getting longer sleeve things, more hoodies to go. Pack layers is what Dance Request said.
I thought it was just Bob tonight, but Bob and Ashley are watching, so that's awesome. Because normally I thought Ashley was with her mom, so
cool.
It's both of them, so that's cool.
Well, thank you. Free bear dilly dilly, Gil said.
Jay McMahon, ha ha ha, that still sounds like shorts and a t-shirt weather for me.
He's from Chicago.
Yeah, the Windy City.
Make sure you go to Howl at the Moon. I'm not sure what that is, so I'm definitely going to have to look into that. Another thing that we want to prepare for,
shorts.
It's not Caliente on this ship. It's the Glow Party, I believe. So we weren't sure what Caliente was going to be, but we know it has something. The Glow Party is going to have stuff with the paint and that. So hopefully we'll participate in that and get my mom out there. I'm allergic to makeup, so
Okay. Well, I'm glad you don't doll yourself up with makeup all the time.
Well, like for Halloween makeup, I get really allergic to it and I get sick on it.
Although he's able to wear like eyeliner for like pirates and things like that, he was okay with that.
So I don't know. Bermuda. Sorry, I'm reading comments and I can't chew gum and walk at the same time.
Wait, I don't understand what Bob is asking. Did you get it, Greg? I don't know. Maybe I missed another comment.
Dina, cruising through life. She's from Bakersfield. She said, chilly for us. I would be bringing my snow jacket. It's a piano bar, Howl at the Moon. Cool. Now, is that where they do karaoke too? Because I know they don't have, I believe what karaoke on the Bliss was in the cavern, if I remember right. Look who it is. It is Dancer Quest. Welcome,
oh my
Deb.
gosh, they're both here.
Yes,
awesome.
80s party and a glow party. So I dress like I'm from the 80s anyway, so I don't have to worry about getting any special outfit for that. So yeah, we're gonna definitely have fun with this. So, and that's one of the cool things.
You're gonna wear your leg warmers and everything like you normally do.
You're gonna start doing the flash dance thing. Cat Rose says New England weather can be changeable. So yeah, we're hoping the seasons change by the time we get up there. So we're crossing our fingers.
He was asking what we were swatting at. No, it's like a little gnat that's flying around because he saw me going like this.
The one thing we did for planning,
I think it's right there.
the one thing we did for planning, guys, on some of the cruise line sites, it tells you where the ship on the map is going when you click on itinerary. We're in room. I think it's
so red.
I'm not sure what our room number is.
My skin looks red or purplish with this lighting. That's weird.
But we chose, remember what sides? It's port side of the ship, because going up the north, it's hugging the closer than what a normal cruise was, because it is the changing of the seas one. So we chose a room specifically, a balcony specifically on that side, so we can take advantage of it. We're in, let's see if I can find out what room we are on. I think it's 14256, but I'm not 100% sure.
While you were looking, Brian Dancer said no karaoke's at 5 o'clock somewhere bar on Escape. So I guess it's called the Somewhere Bar on the Escape. Same physical spot as the Cavern Club on the Bliss. Brian Dancer said purple skin people pay big bucks for that. I don't have purple skin. It just looks weird with this lighting.
What's the room number? Is that 14256?
It is.
It is. Job. Wow, I remembered that. So yeah, it's a taller one, and on our Encore, we're also going to be on floor 14. So this will be a good chance to see if we like that level.
Ben, you need to go on a cruise. He said he hasn't been on a cruise yet.
Yes, he definitely should. So that was part of the planning, is we looked at it to see which side of it, and some ports I don't care if we're on port side or starboard side. But this one I wanted to see if we were closer. We also looked at what side we were going to choose when we went to Alaska. We looked at the itinerary to see what side would we want to see more of from the balcony. So that's why we chose the port side on this one. So 1456 is kind of midship, I believe. So no, actually it's towards more aft by the elevators in the back. So what?
I digress.
But I digress. Yes, sorry. Yes. So awesome. See, Brian Dancer, those guys are experts on it, on the NCL. So this is our second one, comparing it to Disney. It's cool to see the differences between Disney and Norwegian, and it's cool now that we will be on back-to-back Norwegian cruises before we get back onto a Disney. Mm-hmm. So it'll be really cool to see the differences between that.
We were we've come very close to not going on the cruise in February for Disney. We've kept pushing it back, and then we came really close to actually canceling it this time. So it looks like we're going to be able to go. So we're excited for that.
Yeah.
It's just getting past that threshold of paying it off, and then you can kind of breathe and focus more on planning the fun things and, all the cool stuff that they have to offer. So that's kind of what we're working with right now. Bob and Ash said, check your board for exact location.
Cruise is on my bucket list as well. Dancers with Goofy, Disney is a more expensive cruise.
But it's worth it, though.
We're going to be comparing it, the cost of the Disney cruise, to find out what extra things you have to pay with compared to what you have to pay with the Escape. Now, for this one on the Escape, we do not have the drink package. So any drink we buy, we have to pay for.
We do have vlogs of our last Disney cruise cargo from the Disney Magic.
Yes. That was from April of 2018. So that's going to be an additional. We're doing more excursions that we're going to have to pay for. So, and what we did differently is Greg and I are in one room. We're in a connecting room with my mom. She's traveling by herself on a balcony. So as you know.
Well, she won't be on the balcony. I mean, she might sit in the chair on the balcony. Let's clarify that.
We'll let her get in the room at times. But
you're going to let her be in the room at times?
We didn't want her to pay over $3,000 for the cost of her being in a room by herself.
Thank you, Cargo.
So we actually are adding the two rooms together, and we're splitting it 3 ways just to keep the cost less expensive for her. So we thought that was fair in order to do that.
Plus, we also get room credit, which helps us on the excursions and everything. So And you were mentioning before that Disney is more expensive, but Disney is very special as far as cruising. There's nothing like it. I actually was trying to sell it to a person at my job. She was asking me questions through Instant Messenger, and I was kind of defending why I thought they were the best because of the service is impeccable, the cleanliness, the little magical touches that Disney does. There's a certain feeling that you get on a Disney cruise that you don't get on a non-Disney cruise. So they don't compare to Disney cruises.
Well, and the one thing that when you're looking at costs on a Disney cruise, the cost of a lot of cruise lines will show per person. The cost on a Disney cruise will show you the stateroom cost. So it's already has the 2 people included on it. So it's a little, that kind of can change it, because if people first see it, it's like, oh my gosh, Disney's so much more expensive. But initially the way they show it is stateroom cost, whereas NCL will show like per person. So that's a little bit, but there's also less upgrades that you can do on a Disney ship. So the newer ones have like maybe there's 2 restaurants you can upgrade. On the older one, there's only 1 restaurant. There is a coffee place that is an upgrade. And there's also like on the newer ships, they have like a candy shop that you can upgrade. But compared to the Bliss had tons of stuff that you can upgrade. A lot of restaurants, there's a lot of bars, there's ice cream, there's candy, there's laser tag, go-kart. So there's so much more that you can get extra charge for on a different cruise line. So it's going to be interesting to compare when it's all said and done. How much is it going to be more, the cost, and how much you have to pay more from what you initially paid to the final payment when the cruise is all said and done.
So you didn't see what everybody was laughing at, but Jim said, "Mom, for the last time, stay on the balcony." And Mike Woodbury said, "I think that's where Derick will keep her laugh out loud." And Cargo said, "Oh my goodness, I'm laughing so hard I'm crying." Bob said, "That's called crying, Cargo." Gail said, "Oh my gosh, that's not. You should get a bottle of sparkling wine in your cabin for being a Latitude member." Mary Ellen Dillon, "Does Disney have anything for solo travelers?" They have solo cabins, don't they? Oh, they don't have solo cabins.
No, there's only Norwegian. I don't know how many ships they have it, but they have them on the Bliss. They had a lot on the Bliss. So a lot of the newer ships.
Well, they had a whole area for solo people. So.
And I know some Royal have some solo cabins, but not all of them have it. They have more of a limited on it. So I think I don't know how many other cruise lines have solo cabins, but NCL had the studio that we did a video on. The studio cabins were really cool.
I think if Disney had solo cabins, they would be grabbed up so fast. Like maybe the new ship, the Magic, might have some solo cabins.
The Wish.
Or the Wish, sorry, the Magic.
Yeah, we didn't announce that on it. Dina was saying, what free at sea options did you choose? So those of you who are not familiar, different cruise lines offer different promotions. Norwegian, their offers that they've been doing is free at sea. So depending on what it is, they've been really pushing hard about, there's 5 options. On the Encore, we got all 5 of them. So all 5 would be, if I can remember, that would be flying, that would be the drink package, that would be specialty dining, which is 3 additional restaurants. There is a $50 shore excursion per cabin. And then the other one, I think, is a stateroom credit, but I might be wrong on that. I might be wrong on that last one.
This is the one that's in 2 years.
Well, that's what they normally offer at the free at sea, and then you can choose which one of those you want to do. Now, the drink package, a lot of people look at it like they're not going to drink that much. It's not worth it for them. But if you look at it, you still have to pay the gratuities on that, which is like 20%. So I look at it as, if you were to buy the drink package on its own, you're probably adding another $1,800 to your cruise, because both the 2 people booked in the room have to get it. One can't get it and the other one can't. So that jumps it up. So if it's like $7 that you have to pay for the drink package for one, both of them have to do it. So if you get that as one of the free at sea options, you're just paying for the 20% gratuities on that. So I look at that gratuity and think, okay, if they're $10 to $15 per drink, how many drinks am I going to have to drink in a day to make up for the gratuities? So that is actually a pretty good deal on it. We're not getting the drink package on the Escape. So our choices that we wanted to do for this time was the specialty dining. We have 3 restaurants, which is the Blue. Can you see them, Greg? We have Cagney's. We have the Blue Bayou.
The Blue Bayou.
The Bayamo by Ocean Blue. And then we have teppanyaki. So those are our 3 ones that we decided to choose. And then we have the $50 off per cabin for the shore excursions. So those are the 2 that we decided to do it and not do the drink package because we didn't want to get drunk on this cruise.
Brian said the other one is free internet.
Free internet. There you go. Yes,
Yeah.
Thank you. It's a smaller one, so I don't know if it's like 250.
But even if it's free, you don't know if they slow it down or
It's not going to be the top package.
Yeah, they might still. I mean, it's free, but when they say the word free, everybody thinks, oh, free, but then they don't think in the background, are they slowing it down? What are they doing? You know? So,
Yeah.
Because some places do that, I guess.
So we purposely try different things on the different cruises just to experience it. Like for the airfare, a lot of people don't like to choose the airfare portion of it
Mike
because
said wrong trip, Derick. I don't know what he's talking about.
a lot of people don't like to choose the airfare because Norwegian will book those flights for you. Now you can say you want to go a day in advance or 2 days in advance, but Norwegian does all that for you. So they might be booking you something that you're not going to like. We wanted to experience it. I looked at it from our aspect, the cost to go from Fresno to Seattle, which is where the ship's going out. I looked at it as, is it cheaper?
Oh, this is the cruise 2 years from now. Okay.
Yeah, this is Alaska.
Because
you know, I like to plan.
Things on me.
But I'm talking about how some people don't like to do the flying as a part of it. I think it depends on just where you're from. So I looked at it, how much would it cost for us to book airfare from Fresno to Seattle compared to the taxes that you're paying on, because you always have to pay for the taxes on the trip. So I thought in that aspect, and some of them aren't always free. Some of them are a smaller cost. It was less expensive for us. And then I thought, let's just try it and see, is it a good experience or is it a bad experience? So we can share that with the other people that are thinking about possibly using the flying portion of it. But
we also have our group cruise next year. For those that would like to join us, it's going to be on the biggest ship in the world. And what ship is that?
Symphony of the Seas. So that should be exciting. A lot of people have been going on that recently. We've been watching a lot. Normally, we don't watch a whole lot of videos about the ships that we're going on. Like, for example, on the Escape, it's basically been shut down on any videos that people have posted for the last couple of months because we wanted to be fresh when we go on there. But I would tell you, since it's a group cruise that we are hosting, we want as much information about, at least I do, about the Symphony of the Seas. So Sharing at Sea, we've been watching Sandra D's Adventure, who was on our show. Actually, both of those are on our show. We have coming up in a couple of weeks, we are going to have New York City Rocks, who are currently releasing their videos on Symphony of the Seas. So definitely you guys check them out.
So Dina, Cruising Through Life, would like to know the group cruise dates. And we should probably post where they can get all the information at.
If you guys look, it'll be in any of our videos in the description. If I can pull this up. I don't want to mess it up. No, that's not what I want to do. There's our email, which is the Disney Explorers 17@gmail.com. You can send us an email request and we will be able to send you the information. But this is, I have it here, if I can screen share, if it lets me do it. And this will tell you a little bit more about who we are going through. Catherine, we met her on the Disney Dream, and she's a realtor as well as a travel agent. So she's been helping us out a lot with it. Okay, cool. So where are we? Let me share the screen. Search vacations, group travel. Oopsie, where did I go? Here we go. All right, I think we're sharing it. Yes, we are. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Okay, so here it is. It is September 26th through October 3rd. It is going to St. Martin, St. Thomas, Coco Cay, a perfect day in Coco Cay. It is a 7-night cruise. So these prices that are on here, guys, these are locked in.
Picture with the colors on that ship.
Yeah, it is. These prices are based on double occupancy. So like for the inside cabin, it's not $968. It is per person. So if someone is selling by themselves, they would have to pay both of this cost for the $968, but they're only paying the port taxes for one person. We do have 16 cabins set aside, with us being one of them. So we do have spots still available. So if you guys are interested in going with us, that is a little bit more about that. And I hope, I don't know if you guys, did you guys, sorry, you guys didn't see that, did you?
Come on.
Let me do this one more time. Sorry, guys. I just realized we weren't sharing anything.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know. I'm a dork.
Well, at least you said what it was. Sorry about the technical issues, everybody.
Here it is. This is it. Sorry, guys. This is it here. You should be able to see this now. Yes, it is. So old news, but this is what I was talking about. The cost, $968. That is per person, with the cost on that. So sorry, I know that took a lot longer than I'd wanted to do. But if you guys are interested, we would love to have fun with you. One of the things that we are thinking about doing is in St. Martin, they did ATV tours of the city. Now they've done a couple of different ways. Sharon at Sea did it in different to what Lalita Loca did. So we're going to look at that. But I think that would be fun to do that. And then Nurse Nancy did ziplining on the at St. Martin.
That would be fun.
That was cool too. So that was a video that we watched.
Scary, but that'd be fun.
On them. Yeah, it's the tallest zip line in the Caribbean, I believe, is what they said. Yeah, so that was pretty scary. But I think that's it. Do you have anything else you want to share, Greg?
No, I think we covered a lot today. So just thank you everybody for watching and subscribing. Don't forget again, Bob and Ashley have their well, it's kind of, I guess it would be a raffle, but their giveaway is what the word I'm looking for. So when you go on their channel, they have a small video that will tell you the rules of the giveaway, and they've been putting out a lot of new content from Disneyland and D23. More Sunshine Please. Jim has also been doing the same as far as the new content. So we just watched his day one the other day, and it was pretty cool. So check them out, and everybody else that has new content coming out, check all their videos out when you can. But thank you for watching our show tonight, and we hope that everyone's safe from the hurricane, and we're glad to hear who is safe, and just hope that everyone else stays safe with it still going on.
Oh, thank you, Brian. A little about next week's show, just so you guys can kind of get an idea of what we're doing, because we kind of rotate between Disney and cruising. We're going to be kind of heading more now into the cruising stuff since we have the cruise going on. Next week, we are going to have DisLyfeOfOurs on the show. So they'll be joining us at 8 o'clock. And then after that, we will have an open date again. Speaking of RobFuz, we've been in talk with him about trying to figure out when we can have him on a show to discuss the Runaway Cruise with Bon Jovi. And then we are still going to come up, we're probably going to do a premiere recorded live video. How we did that one. So it's a premiere video of a recorded video that we treated as a live show. And we're going to
When
do
is
that.
this?
We're going to do that the week that we're on the cruise. So that'll be, what is that, the 23rd, something like that, 24th, whatever that Wednesday is.
We may or may not be able to be on a live chat.
Yeah, that was the downside.
At least there'll be a video.
Yeah. So that that'll be just so we can have something fun up there. So we'll figure that out on it. And then when we come back, we'll be discussing the trip, and then we'll be launching into the videos. In the meantime, we still have a lot of stuff that we have to come out with. A lot.
I just can't believe it's already September. How the year's been rolling on. So
it has. But we have D23 videos. We have our Disney videos with when we met a lot of the great channels here. We'll have to try to get that out too as quick as we can. But thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you joining us.
Everybody,
we hope you enjoyed it.
Have a good night and be safe out there. Even if there isn't a hurricane, just be safe out there.
If you haven't already, please check out these other great channels in here. We did forget to mention that if you're a creator, put it in there. It's kind of too late now, but if you want to do it, you can more than welcome to it. But check these other channels out. You guys are so awesome. We appreciate you joining us. And I think that's it. So as Mr. Walt Disney once said,
we are just getting started. Everybody have a nice night.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.